Hey, what's up? This is JustAwesomeMusic.org, and I'm sitting here with Flo Jo. Alright, let's just get into this shit. Alright, so where are you from?
Baltimore, Maryland, born and raised.
How long have you been rapping? How long have you been doing music?
Seriously, about 5-6 years.
Okay. Cool. So how did you get into it? How did you know this was something that you wanted to do?
Oh man, I grew up in music. My well, I'm not gonna say I grew up in a music inclined family, but like everything from backyard cookouts to like house parties, backyard cookouts, you name it. So like Magic 95.9 is what came on, and that's what we listened to. So yeah, Magic 95.9 is what came on. That's what we listened to. So that and the fact that I was heavily influenced by Cash Money back in the day, like big Cash Money. Well, in New Orleans rap in general. Masterpiece, C Murders, all that. So, and when I was young, I used to collect the little cassette tapes. it was serious, definitely.
Cool. So would you say that some of those guys you just named were your influences?
When I started listening to my own music, my cousin that used to live with me, DMX first album, It's Dark and Hell is Hot. He used to play the shit out of that album, and he was a wall in between me. So like I would hear it every single day. Didn't know what it was because like I'm young and I'm just in the room. I'm just listening. I'm like, all right, hit, beat, nut, whatever. And then when I actually got a little older, I brought the album. I'm like, shit. So like that, and then I started going back and I got the Locks joints, and then like Banks became one of my favorites, and I was a D Block Dipset junkie back in high school, like the Clue tapes, Hate Me Now series, Diplomat series, whatever D Block, DJ Poobs, all that. You know, so yeah.
Okay, cool. So other than like rappers, who would you say are some of your influences? Like, do you listen to other styles of music? Like, you know, what other artists would you say?
I listen to let me see. You got your Maroon 5, Chrisette Michelle. I listen to a little bit of everything. Janelle Monáe, John Legend, Stevie Wonder. My mother was a big Anita Baker fan, so naturally, Anita Baker, Stephanie Mills.
A lot of old school stuff.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's soul music. I'm about to say, but like as I got older and I started developing my own catalog, Luther Vandross, Stevie Wonder, definitely, Alexander O'Neal, Lil Bell Biv DeVoe, Johnny, like between 70s, 80s, I guess. So.
Cool. So like, would you say you have like a top 5 favorite rappers?
Top 5. Ooh. That's a hard one. See, some of my favorite rappers, I listen to a lot of underground music, so some of my favorite rappers, but Nas, definitely top. Kiss. I wish I could put Clips into a group by itself, but if I had to choose between one, of course, Pusha's out right now. But I was a big Clips fan coming out of high school. Can I combine Clips as one?
Yeah.
I'm about to say, so who I say? Nas, Clips. Who did I say is the third one? Stack Bundles and Big.
Okay. Cool. So what? So do you have anything else going on besides music, or you just kind of stick to rapping and trying to get anything else?
I'm doing an audiobook that I'm trying to have come out, and
kind of like how Prodigy did.
Huh?
Kind of like how Prodigy did.
Yeah, something similar. But the book is called Who's Thinking While I'm Talking.
Okay.
And it's basically everything that I've been wanting to say since I was 11, 12 years old, and I pretty much just got it off my chest and wrote it down one day. That was that.
Cool. That's actually kind of dope.
Who's thinking while I'm talking?
Cool. So what's AKS, and kind of let people know what it is and what it's all about?
Aura Kid Society, AKS. Me, my man Easy, my homeboy Jack. We was sitting back inside the spot. This was back in like '08,
Mm-hmm.
and we was sitting inside the spot, and we all as individuals, but we want like when we come together or a kid society. I mean, but we all do our things individually. But we decided that we wanted to get together and I guess form like a little power group. Everybody else was coming out with theirs. You know, you had the Young Moneys that was at the time, and then you had Rehab Gang when they was doing what they was doing. And we decided that yeah, good music was kind of bubbling and doing what they was doing, so it was like we kind of wanted to have our own little thing, and it was something fresh and something new. And then a lot of people were still using swag, so we decided we was going to use oil.
That's cool. Cool. So, your latest mixtape, kind of let everybody know what it's all about and like how they can find it and stuff like that.
City Charm. I had hard copies. I ran through them. I had like 200-300 hard copies.
I got one.
I ran through them quick. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm definitely gonna get a couple more. I think within the next week or so. But thatpiff.com.
Okay.
Keyword City. Keyword City Charm. Yeah.
Okay.
City Charm. CITY Charm. CHARM.
Okay. So, what was the process of making that mixtape? Like, how long did it take you? And you know.
It'll take you an hour to sit here, and if I told you the process of the mixtape, I'm telling you, like, when I'm telling you, it took me about a year to write City Charm.
Okay.
Like, my process is I have to pick the beats first.
Okay.
Gotta pick the beats first, and the beats have to serenade with one another. If they don't, it kind of messes up the flow. Like I want you to go into the experience saying I can go from this track to this track to this track, and I don't feel satisfied if I don't get that myself. So like for a while, as a matter of fact, City Charm was done in 2011. I was supposed to release it in 2011. I didn't because I wasn't satisfied with it. So went back in, got a new selection of beats, and when I first released City Charm, I didn't like it.
Okay.
The actual process, the project that I have out right now, I didn't like it. I had to sit back, listen to it, and marinate to kind of get it to where I have it today. So, and that I sat back and I listened to it, I was like, what the fuck was I talking about? So,
Yeah.
that's just the artist being honest.
Yeah, of course. You're always your toughest critics.
Yeah.
So I guess you already said you kind of answered my next question. I was gonna ask you how you go about writing a song. So you always pick the beat first and then write to it, or
Always pick the beat first, because I feel like nowadays people spend so much like a lot of people don't even listen to the lyrics anymore. Like they'll sit back and they'll listen to the beat first. If the beat catches them, then they might go back and listen to the lyrics.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I am. I listen to the beat.
It's a lot of times where people have came back and been like, I listened to the track 2 or 3 times over, and the first time I got it, I didn't really catch it, but the second or third time I got it. So as long as you get the overall picture of what I'm trying to do and how I'm trying to portray my message, then mission accomplished in my eyes. So.
Cool. Is it that when people listen to your mixtape, what do you want them to take from it?
I want people to take from my mixtape that you can be the best, and it might sound kind of cliche, but to be the best person that you could possibly be on your time while you're on this planet. Anything that you see or set your eyes on doing, like, do that shit. And like, because a lot of people, like, they get so trapped in that bubble where as though they feel like they have to do this or they have to do this or they have to, conform to that. 9 times out of 10 you don't, because if you find out that a lot of times where people tell you where as though they don't want you to do certain things, they go behind you and do exactly what they said that they didn't want you to do, and they do what you do, so it's just telling people to do your own thing and make the best music possible. But the thing that I stress the most is that if you are gonna do something, quality over quantity, make sure that quality comes first. I'm a stickler about quality. Like if it's not right, I'm not putting it out.
So is there anything you're working on right now besides the audiobook? Are you working on a new mixtape?
Of course. 1987, The Year of Cool Blue, should be out. I'm hoping late November, early December.
Cool.
And that's about 14, 15 tracks. And I'm about 4 tracks in right now. And I think that joint gonna be. I got it doing better than City Charm, just off the strength that a lot of people caught the tail in the City Charm late, because I had The Boy Who Cried Aura, and a lot of people didn't really pay attention to that mixtape, or they didn't necessarily get the message that I was trying to portray in the mixtape, and I was still kind of young, so a lot of stuff I was still kind of trying to find myself in when it came to beat selections and things of that nature. But I think 1987 is the mixtape where they're gonna finally get it. Like, I mean, a lot of people got this one. I'm not gonna say people slept on this one, but I think 1987 is the mixtape where they're gonna finally just say, I got it. I get where he's going. I get what he's trying to do. So hopefully that's the case.
What are some of your favorite tracks off the City Charm?
No Destination, my favorite.
Okay.
No Destination.
I'm sorry, I don't know track names, so if you tell me what number it is on the next tape, I'll know it. If you know it. If you don't, that's cool. Oh wait, no. I'll look it up. I got my iPod, so I'm just gonna go along with you. Keep going.
Back on it. That seems to be a favorite amongst a lot of people. A lot of people like Pardon My Back, and the crazy part about it is that track almost. It's not that it almost didn't make the mixtape. It's just that, like, me and Jack, our schedules wasn't collabing, so it was like,
okay, yeah, I like that one too.
Like, so I was happy that one made the mixtape. No Destination, Lord Follow Me.
I like My Wish.
My Wish, the crazy part about it?
That's like one of my favorite.
My Wish, I'm glad it caught the attention that it did, but I didn't think it would catch the attention that it did. Because I thought it was going to be one of those tracks where though people kind of listened to it, and it was like, it had to be one of those tracks that people kind of was in the mood to hear. So I thought that people would skip over it and be like, oh, okay, it's one of those tracks I can hear. But still, a lot of times you can have the tracks that you want up front, and the tracks that you want the people to hear, and like people still be like, I come back to it. Like,
I like Henry Ward too. I did this inclination that was good. And Confessions. Okay, if I had to choose a top 5 in an order, it'd be No Destination, Lord Follow Me, Confessions, Back on It, and Mr. Gray. Mr. Gray is that track for me. Yeah, I like that one too.
That track did it for me.
Yeah, I like all those ones. I like the whole thing. I can listen to the whole thing without skipping one.
That's good.
And if I'm on a road trip, it'll play twice. If you just let it, it's good music. You can do that to it. You can just kind of listen to it. It's cool. What is Cool Blue? Is that just like another name you go by? Cool Blue.
As a matter of fact, I put.
Because I always knew you as. That was what I knew you as until I got your mixtape. That was what Burner and C-Mars.
Yeah, Cool Blue. The originality of an individual who comprehends that life has several shades of gray. Meaning thinking.
That made me think of something else. You say this a lot, and I think My Wish. What is it? Is it like
Nights Forever, Great Days Forever?
Yes. What does that mean? What does that mean? I need to know. What does that mean? What's going on? What is that?
Nights Forever Gray, meaning that you have a cool day. Meaning that basically peace and prosperity. Like nights forever gray, days forever blue. Having the blue days is mean that you're relaxing. You know what you want. You don't compromise for nothing, but you also take the pitfalls and the stumbling blocks that come along with it. Nights forever gray, meaning that a lot of people don't sleep at night, and a lot of people have a lot of things like money and jobs and family, and a lot of times you kind of have to just step outside of that and kind of just be at peace with yourself. Like a lot of times people create problems for themselves, and it's stress that they bring on that's unnecessary stress. Whereas though, I say for example, you might have somebody that you hang with that you know that you shouldn't be hanging with, or that kind of always gets you in a sticky spot, and instead of you trying to change that for the better, you keep going back to it because it feels natural to you. A lot of times that's added stress that you don't need. So it's like lighten your load. Nights forever gray, days forever blue. I'm all about the fact of being calm and being patient and adding, taking a load off. Like, yeah, that's what Cool Blue is. Basically taking a load off.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
mhm.
All right.